Stream is live.
What up, what up, what up, what up? What's up, everybody? This is Bryson Fowler, Bosstalks on the Rooftop, and we are live, man. Today I have a great honor of bringing to you one of the boutique cigar brands out there, just hot off the press, hard in the market. Been around for a little bit, been doing this thing. Mr. Marky Cigars of Omerta Cigars. You know, Omerta in Italian means silence, code of silence. So we're going to get a little bit into that and deep dive into that because if you're a fan of The Sopranos, kind of got a thing going on with that. And then, you know, Kingpin Luxury. Only got to have another Kingpin of cigars on the show. So, Marky, what's good, baby? How you doing?
I'm well, Bryson. Thank you for having me, sir. I had actually enjoyed the show. Sorry I missed you in Dallas a couple weeks ago. But it's a pleasure to be here, sir. Let's dive right in, man. I'm smoking the Omerta de Capo. That's our double wrap barber pole. I see you have some Omerta cigars yourself over there. What are you working with?
I got the Sumatra pack, the Concierge, right?
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
the Concierge of the Omerta cigar brand, and like guys, this is not really how Mark talks. So he's got his professional voice on. He's been doing meetings, and so I got to get him out this professional mode to talk to me for real. But like, guys, we're gonna talk to him for a little bit. He's in the car right now. He just, like I said, he just got out of a business meeting. He over there doing major things, and we're gonna get into this. Like those of you that already know, I'm near and dear already with any Sumatra, and this is an Omerta exclusive. Right. So, guys, I want you to take a look at that. Look at the wrapper on that.
That's beautiful. Beautiful Sumatra wrap in tobacco.
Look at that. Look at that construction. That is amazing. That is amazing.
We take great pride in it, man. We do.
Man, this looks phenomenal, man. And guys, I'm not going to even hold you. I already had one. Had two, had three, four.
I think you're on 7. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm on number 7. Six, 7. It could be right.
I've had to, my kids tell me that's not cool anymore, but I don't care. It's still fun.
Hey, forget them, man. Hey, you know, F them kids, man. Like, my kids look at me crazy. Like I'm like, dude, like it's new to me. It's old to you guys. And what do you want, man? I'm the old head, so whatever.
My daughter says it's so 2025 is what my daughter tells me.
Hey, man, we're only in 2026. Calm down. Not too much, right? So
you know we're not.
Mark, I gotta send you a box of these matches, brother. These,
absolutely.
Gold tip, black stem. Long stem matches. So anybody that's been chiming in, tuning in with me, you guys know that I'm a soft flame guy. Of course, I sell torches. Don't get me wrong. But I'm in this soft flame era. Guys, not to be confused with a soft life era, because you know I work real hard. And my man Marky, he's over there grinding real hard, as you can see. Like he's taking. Like he could have called off. He could have called off and been like, "Hey, bro, we got to reschedule." I wouldn't have held it against him, but you know, I would have held it against him. I'd have been, "Hey, bro."
Yeah, I'm a man of my word, man. My boss told me this morning, "Hey, we're going to dinner tonight." I said, "I got a thing at 7:30." He goes, "Well, you could, you know." I told him it was a podcast. He knows what I do on the side. He knows he's a strong supporter, and you know he knows that. You know, he actually brought me on into sales from operations because he saw the hustle. You know what I mean? And he flat out told me, he goes, "Well, you can just do it from the car." He knows I'm on my phone. So he's like, "Yeah, just leave the restaurant at 7:25. We had some higher ups in the company come from Texas. So, you know, we're entertaining and, you know, I didn't want to be rude, but I kind of took my dinner and I'm never one to leave food on the plate, but I asked the girl to wrap and she asked me if I was okay.
So what you're saying to me is you're the goddamn show pony, right?
But you know what?
You're the show pony of the business.
There's a reason. You know what I mean? I ain't got to sell her nothing. It's just, she's just here making sure we're doing things right, and but the boss thinks highly of me, and I respect him for it. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's
I
gonna watch this
mean,
tomorrow.
respect goes
I
a
love
long
my
way,
job.
right? But
Well,
respect goes a long way. I was just having this conversation with a friend of mine earlier, and we were talking about respect, love, loyalty. Which one would you rather have? And I'm like, well, if you respect me and you like me, then the love will be there for sure. She said, well, I have loyalty over love. And I was like, well, what does that mean? Right?
they kind of hand in hand, don't they? Like,
That's what I said. So it can't be one over the other. They got to be synonymous at some point, right?
yeah, 100% agree. Sorry, I had to mute to cough, man. You can see I'm still a little, dry. But
No,
how's that
worries,
first? Yeah.
So
Hey, guys,
that brings me right into this cataclysm of questions of the love of the leaf and the loyalty to your brand, bro. Why cigars? What brought you into cigars? Let's talk about it.
So if you wanna do a little history, I know you wouldn't consider them cigars, but my early teens into my later teens and my early 20s, I always disrespected cigars and just kind of broke them open and used them for something else. You know what I mean? Those are those 99-cent ones you get at the store, the corner store, the gas station. But I started smoking cigarettes when I was like, I think 12, 13 years old. And about 10 years ago, I stopped smoking cigarettes and I needed something. And my cousin's like, hey, man, try a cigar. And he's not as big a cigar guy as I am now. But he would have, like he had a portable humidor. I was like, oh, he fancy. You know what I mean? Like, so he gave me, I believe it was a Java, the Java Red. And it smelled amazing. We're in the pool and I was drinking. I wanted a cigarette and I smoked a cigar. And it was just, it turned on, a light switch turned on, man. And it kind of just, I was like, wow, what have I been missing? And at first it was like to calm the habitual while driving after a meal, you know what I mean? Taking it down for the night. And then before you know it, I'm like, hey, Ed, did you try this cigar? Hey, did you try this cigar? I think I only smoked flavored cigars for maybe like 3 weeks before I dove in head first to full bodied. You know what I mean? I'm a medium full body. Honestly, before I started the Marky Cigars angle with Omerta, man, I was thinking like the whole Marky Maduro. You know what I mean? Like, because I like my dark cigars. Like it's, you know what I mean? I'm only part Italian, so I'll never be able to actually join the mafia. My mother's Sicilian, my father's not. You know what I mean? So I was like, hey, what's the next best thing? Is like, why not join up with Omerta? But I'll get into that in a little bit. But cigars started just trying to not smoke cigarettes, man, and I grew a love super fast. Like honestly, the relationship with my cigars happened quicker than the relationship with my wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. It's for me, it was kind of like the same thing. I was looking for something, right? Left-handed cigarettes never did anything for me. Black and Milds was my start into the flavor, right? That wood tip that used to, but it was still like I was smoking a cigarette and not a cigar. And I was like, it just don't do well with sitting in my hands, right?
Did you inhale them or no? Black and Milds?
Huh?
Did you inhale Black and Milds?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey man, I jumped out. I jumped off the porch rough, man. I jumped off the porch rough.
DMX.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, bitch. Let me get a water.
Yo, my voice didn't always sound this deep. It was because I started off with Black Milds, and it just gravitated to that. And then I went to hookah, and hookah was a little feminine to me, and like sitting in the club,
Pinky out? No, when in doubt, pinky out.
Pinky ups, but my first cigar was back in 2014. It was a Gurkha Legends. I know with everything that he got going on and the company got going on. Whatever, right? But that was my first start. I jumped right into harsh. I didn't get into flavors until Fat Bottom Betty by Drew Estates came out.
She is one of my favorite bitches, bro. She is. Yeah, I want to say I think my favorite of the I think 5 now would be honestly the Leather Rose, man. It's just something my wife doesn't like. She doesn't hate cigars, but she likes the smell of Leather Rose. You know what I mean? There's only and that, and she likes Kentucky Fire Cure. Yeah, the smell.
Yeah.
But so for
me, the Fat Bottom Betty was my only flavor cigar that I can really just tolerate because it's really good tobacco, right? It's good tobacco, and that's one thing that I'm gravitated to your concierge here, right? It's damn good tobacco, bro. It's from the wrapper to the construction to the binder. It just really fits my flavor profile, and my palate. Perfect. So, shout out to you, bro, for really, open up the doors and really putting out a good quality product, brother.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Actually, the 5-pack that you received, I think you're one of the first, maybe one of the first 20 people to order it. We actually had a different distributor. We only sold Robustos at the time. And, we've been works for, I'd say, the last 6 months with the new distributor. We only have 5-packs on the website right now. I'll do a shameless plug in a little bit. I don't need to do it this early. But, right now, the boxes, I dug deep into with Omerta, I dove deep into the design with Omerta. We do also sell coffee. I know this is more of a luxury lifestyle kind of a cast, but we do sell coffee also. But
yeah,
in the back end of it, just the design, everything is mob genre themed. You know what I mean? There is a cult following to not just that, but you got The Godfather, you got Goodfellas, you got The Irishman, you got the Gotti movies. You know what I mean? There is a cult following with not just the Italian American heritage, but with the mob culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people are hardcore cinema fanatics, and I can't take full credit for starting Omerta. I came in after year 1, but now I co-own the company. We'll get into that whole thing if you want in a little bit. But it's just I found out about a Sopranos themed cigar after the CAO Soprano was taken off the shelf, and the CAO Consigliere, which unfortunately, the Consigliere, you're smoking a Consigliere, but the CAO Consigliere is the CAO Soprano. Great, one of my favorite cigars. I keep in my humidor. But just that cult following, I dove deep. I was a huge Sopranos fan. I got into cigars for a couple of years, and then after I got into Omerta, I wanted to take over marketing. And it was about a year and a half of just being a brand ambassador. You know what I mean? Just pushing, jumping on lives. We met on a live. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now we're doing our damn thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But so our boxes are being designed, not as we speak, but they are in the Dominican with my distributor. He's just pretty much working on the box dimensions, and he's proofing the last bit of the box pretty much. We're not sure if we're going to do I don't want to give it away, but we're either going to do a white or a black box, and then the logos, the logo stays the same, but there may or may not be gold trim depending on the color we go with. You know what I mean? We want it to be, a luxury brand. We're building a luxury brand. You know what I mean?
Right. And see, I like that you said luxury instead of premium, right? Because I hate the term premium cigars, because the premium, it just lumps you in with so many other things that aren't the product of what you're putting out there. Luxury, this is artisan product. This is made by hand. So many people's hands touch it. And for you to go into the mafioso marketing aspect of it, because the cult following behind the Sopranos is big. I still rewatch Sopranos, right?
As do I, once a year.
It's just one of those things. If you're not a fan of the Sopranos, go watch Sopranos and you'll understand what Omerta is really about. So it'll be dope.
Absolutely.
To see everything else that you'll come up with.
I couldn't get anybody around tonight. Everybody has their own schedules, but we actually do have 3 cast members from The Sopranos who represent our brand. Jason Serbone, who played Jackie Jr., Dan Grimaldi, who played Philly and Patsy Parisi, and then, of course, Bobby Finaro, who played Eugene Pontecorvo. They are all, I don't even want to call them brand ambassadors. They are like part of the founding fathers of America. They were there from Jump Street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm an afterthought.
Not an afterthought. Jackie Jr., right?
Yes, Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, Jason was Jackie Jr. in The Sopranos, which is Jackie's son. So, guys, if you haven't seen the show, go watch the show, and you'll be able to pinpoint these key characters that are part of the Muerta brand, which I think is one of the dopest parts about it. Like, you got the Sopranos, you have a theme going, but to actually have the characters and the actors involved with the brand, that's just dope, bro. So, what is your go-to from your line?
Did you want me to go over the 5 of the lineup and then go into my go-to, or just tell you the go-to right off the bat and then kind of go into it?
I wanted to hear your go-to first, and then go over your 5.
I'm a Maduro guy, so our Cameroon Maduro, which is the Don, which is all of our cigars are named after a ranking in the mob. There are 5. We have the Soldier, which is the Connecticut, the lightest of the bunch, not to be fucked with, of course, but still the Soldier. Right. We have, the Capo, which is the double wrap barber pole, which is the Connecticut, and the Cameroon. We have our Consigliere, which is the Sumatra, which pairs great with coffee. I don't know what you're drinking over there, but I like it with coffee in the morning.
I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper Zero, baby.
But you're not wrong with that, man. Listen,
it goes
listen,
well with it.
I got ADD, and I'm gonna apologize now. But listen, while I was in Texas, we went to a place called the Rustic in downtown Dallas, right?
Oh, nice.
And I had a Dr. Pepper old fashioned. Like, I love Dr. Pepper, and I'm a bourbon guy, so I was like, yeah, Dr. Pepper and old fashioned, let's do it, bro. Changed my life. It's simple old fashioned, but they use Dr. Pepper syrup instead of simple syrup. Oh my god, absolutely phenomenal. I gotta roll up my window real quick. Somebody walking up, but
hey, talk about Big Back City.
Yo, bro, Tristan, listen, I like food. I had chicken fried steak, bro. We have barbecue every day, man. But back to it. So I went over the Connecticut, the barber pole, the Sumatra. Then we got, of course, the Underboss, which is our oh my god, why can't I think of the name of it? I'm sorry, Sun-Grown Habano. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it, man. I'm out of my realm. That I'm not in my lounge at home. You know what I mean? So just watch. I'm trying to be aware of my elements. You know,
like,
what I mean?
Bro, you making me nervous. You made me think somebody behind me. Hey,
bro, I don't know. Listen, when you get a chance, Google Trenton, New Jersey, and then we'll talk. But I'm not in Trenton, but I'm really close to Trenton. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm not at home. You know what I mean? Like, I live in the woods, man. If I could see you, I know where you're at. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But
for sure.
Yeah, a guy walk up right next to my window. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
Right.
He just got me. Between you and me, he's a bitch anyway. But no. And then of course you got our Don, which is a Cameroon Maduro, and then I have something I'm working on. I'm not gonna give you the name yet, but this is gonna be the creme de la creme. This is a San Andreas Maduro that we're working on now. So once our boxes are done, which are absolute fire, because I designed the inserts for each one, and each one tells a story. It's not just the logo. You know what I mean? I dove headfirst into this, and I can't wait to unveil them. Like, I would love to show you. Like, I'll show you on a video call, me and you, but I'm not putting them on the live yet. You know what I mean? I
feel a kind of way, man. You know, you that's carried in front of me. I'm like, hey, go ahead, pop,
bro. Me and you both know we ain't falling for no carrot, bro. If it was a steak, yeah, but we ain't falling for no carrot. Yeah.
Right.
Oh shit.
Big facts. Big facts,
I'm
Yo,
yeah.
hey, you got a carrot? Unless it's 14 karat gold, I don't want it. But if you
better
got
put
a
put some ranch
ribeye,
on
yeah, if you got a
yeah.
ribeye for me, you might get me.
Bro,
You might
when
get me
me,
to walk about 2 steps to you.
when me and you were done, bro, I got a plastic fork and some cacio with pepe, bro. I'm gonna fuck this up.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Man. Hey. So your
Yeah.
go-to is a Cameroon, which is kind of funny. Like I'm starting to gravitate into the Cameroon series of my cigar journey. And like, I'm gonna be honest. Most white guys I talk to, Corojo, Cameroon, right? I'm not saying you're white, but you're not black.
Bro, I'm part Sicilian. I'm half Sicilian. You gotta take it easy. You gotta take it easy.
Hey,
listen,
forget about it. I mean, you from Jersey,
listen,
so
I'm one of those white people that knows how to season their food. Yeah.
Hey, well, that's true because you do throw down, bro. We've seen your lives where you throw down. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this man here, he's not only a chef with the leaf, but he's also a chef in the kitchen. He's almost a pit master like myself, but I say almost because he's from Jersey.
Texas barbecue. Listen, you can't see me with Italian food, bro, but I put up a fight with some barbecue. That's not Texas barbecue.
Hey, I'll give you that. You put up a fight with barbecue, In Italian food, I am conceding to that. Hey, bro, you got it. I can't even make a pizza.
I'll tell you, man, my
you're
daughter,
see me in there breaking spaghetti. I'm gonna make you lose your mind.
That's illegal. That's illegal. All right, between you and my like I said, my mother's Sicilian. My father's part Italian, but he's like German Italian. He's got a whole slew of things. You know what I mean? He's like an angry drunk Nazi, maybe. I don't know, but bro, he still breaks spaghetti to this day, and my mom just kind of fucking looks, shakes her head at him. Yeah.
He needs an Ancestry.com report.
Yeah. Nah, bro. I'll tell you what. My dad is 60. What year is it? 57. He's 68 years old. He'll be 69, and he had his first espresso this year. I took him. We took him out to a pizza spot out by me, him, my son. We're moving something, and we stopped for a pizza. And I asked for an espresso, and he's like, "Is that like a coffee?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's kind of like a coffee." He's like, "I'm gonna get one of those." I'm like, "You're not gonna like it." He drinks his coffee black with sugar.
Yeah.
So I'm an espresso, and he goes, "This is pretty good," but he did it like a shot, bro. Like instead of sipping it, enjoying it, bro. But you know what though? He had his first espresso at almost 70 years old. So God bless him. You know what I mean?
Wow. Hey, but that's a blessing. He was able to introduce it to him, though. So it's one of those things. Like it ties into like you want our kids to do better than us, and then they're able to show us new things. Mm-hmm. Like I can't wait for my kids. I can't wait, but I can't wait at the same time, because right now they actually like me.
How old are your kids?
10.
Good age. Do you have two 10-year-olds?
Yeah.
Yeah, we call those Irish twins in my house, bro. Are they identical twins? Okay, we call those Irish twins in my house. You know what Irish twins are?
Yeah.
When they're back to back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
back to back stepping stones, man.
Like, okay, you ready for this? My kids are not twins, and they're both 13 years old. Figure that one out. And they're not Irish twins either. People are baffled when we tell people our kids are 4 months apart. I got a daughter. My wife has a son. You know what I mean? So I have a son, of course. He's mine. He's my boy. But yeah, I remember we went on this train. You ever see the Polar Express? Mm. We took our kids to North Jersey. There's this train that goes to the North Pole. You know what I mean? And
yeah, we do that down here too. Ain't no snow, but
I think they made snow, bro. It was a nice, like the hot chocolate, the Santa landed on the roof, the dude dancing in the aisles. It was like the movie, it was cool. The smile on my kids' faces was worth like the fucking $300-400, whatever it was. But not really. But no, my kids had a good time. That's the important thing. But Shit, I got ADD, bro. My bad. Where were we at? Sorry. Bro, it's been a long day.
Polar Express and talking about your son and daughter, how they're 4 months apart.
This lady, she's like, oh, they're so cute. And like, how old are they? Oh, we're like 7. She's like, oh, are they twins? Like, no, they're 4 months apart. She just stops and looks, and she's like, the fuck? Like if facial expressions could say the fuck, that's what she said. That's exactly what she said.
That's what she said. That's what she said without saying it.
Yeah, we had to explain it to her. Like, hey, listen, like she's mine from a previous relationship, and he is hers from a previous relationship, and we've been together we're together 10 years. Look at that ash. Look at that burn. It's clean.
Like that burn line is nice.
Yeah.
The bloom on it. The bloom on it is actually my fault because I fucked up and ashed it a little earlier. But you can see that burn line, guys. That burn line, it's burning even all the way around. And again, I lit this with our Kingpin Luxury matches. So
I call that stack.
Yeah, we're stacking dimes. You know what I mean? But like the bloom on the ash, I messed it up because how I ashed it. So it's not as cute as it once was. Yeah. But it burns good. It burns clean. So I love that. Yeah.
It's consistent too. That was very big for me. Like, I'm not saying my old distributor was inconsistent. I'm not saying that the cigars weren't great, but they couldn't meet our demands. You know what I mean? Like, they just couldn't compete with our new distributor. You know what I mean? Hands down, these are a better cigar. We had great product before, but now we have a superior luxury product. You know what I mean?
Tell me what that's like to switch just like manufacturers, right? Because it's like, we have a good product, but it can always be better. That's being a perfectionist at your craft, right? So how do you even make that decision? Like, hey, we're gonna go this way.
I discovered a boutique brand early on in their tobacco world, you know what I mean? And I was in love with their product. And I asked him before he actually, now he's great. He's gaining a lot of traction. I asked him, like, hey, would you consider being a distributor? I know you have your own thing, but you're literally just, we're gonna change a blend here and there, and you might make a new blend for us. But we love the lineup now. Let's just, we'll slap our name on it and call it ours. Like, no, this is, he invited us down to the Dominican, you know what I mean? He offered us his house, you know what I mean? To see his farm, his box factory. Like, this is a legitimate tobacco world, as opposed to, our cigars with our previous distributor, the tobacco was imported and hand rolled in America. You know what I mean? So they're not seeing firsthand where the tobacco is grown. Absolutely. Number one, the aging and fermentation process with our new distributor it's his tobacco. He provides tobacco to some of the bigger names. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, you know what I mean? He started off as just a tobacco farmer who sold tobacco to big names. And then he's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to make my own cigar. Right. And he makes a phenomenal product. You know what I mean? And when we met on a live, he's like, oh, I own this company. I'm like, no, you don't. He's like, no, I really do. I'm like, I'm going to go get some of your cigars because I have some of my humidor. I had a driver down in DR. I work trucking. I had a driver down in Dominican Republic, and they brought me back a 10-pack of cigars, and these were his cigars. And I've never heard of this name before. And I'm like, no way, dude. Like, I know. There's no way. And so I was like, I have your cigars. It's like, there's absolutely no way. I showed him like 4 or 5 of them. I fanned them out. He goes, how the fuck did you get those? I said, I had a driver visit Dominican Republic, sorry, and this is what they brought me back. And he goes, dude, they're not even on shelves yet. I'm like, are you in Tamboril? He's like, yeah. He's like, I am. I'm like, well, I'm assuming they visited somewhere you frequent, because I got 10 of your cigars in my humidor right now. And
right.
We became friends instantly, you know what I mean? And I asked him, like, hey, will you consider being, a distributor for us? And he's like, absolutely. And we started the process, and it wasn't an overnight thing. Like, our boxes are still for sale with our old distributor until our boxes are ready to go, because number one, we don't want to count ourselves out. But the people people are buying boxes, they're used to that product. You know what I mean? So we if we get a box purchase order, we'll tell them like, hey, you know, they're going to come from the new distributor. You're not going to actually get a box, but we're going to send you, you know, 5 packs. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
yeah, but it's night and day. Like I said, I didn't hate our old product. I actually liked it. Like I wouldn't represent something that I didn't believe in, but I wouldn't put my name on something that was trash. You know what I mean? But this is just that much of a superior product. You know what I mean? And that's, yeah, I fell in love with the, you know, my new distributor. Not him, you know what I mean, but the distributor itself, the cigar. You know what I mean?
Right.
We'd be on a different podcast if I fell in love with him.
For sure. But I mean, you and I, we've had discussions, so we know who's who and who's doing what, right?
Yeah,
and that's one thing about me is like I don't know enough cigar business to get into doing my own line, and nor do I really have the desire to. I have an appreciation for everything that you guys are doing, because like I said, guys, having the wherewithal to find something better, and then you took the trip. Because hell, Tamboril is what, an hour or two away from the nearest airport?
Honestly, I don't even know. I didn't even have to take a trip. I believe that much in this man that I didn't even go. He offered it, but I did not go. Oh. I have small kids and I work 60 hours a week. My partner also has a small child. You know what I mean? So it's we believe that much in our product and our distributor that we didn't even have to go. You know what I mean?
That's a hell of a lot of trust, man.
Oh, we will be there. Trust me, we will be there within the next 2 years. It's right now. It's just not on. It's not on the table. You know what I mean? It's yeah. We're trying to get, number one, the brand is still new, so we're working our asses off to try and make it, you know, more than a boutique. Sorry, I had to plug my phone in, man. I didn't plan on using this phone, but yeah.
How do you feel when people call you boutique? When they call you boutique brand?
I don't really feel a certain way, man. I don't have time to have feelings for that kind of thing. No offense. You know what I mean? Bro, listen, I don't know, like I might be wearing a collar shirt and have my hair combed, bro, but no offense, I don't give a fuck how people feel. You know what I mean? Like that's, you know what I mean? Real. Like listen, you see the glasses, like, yeah, I have glasses, so what? But the hair's combed, the polo, bro. If I was home, I'd be in basketball shorts and a t-shirt and my Omerta hat, bro. That's, you know, I put
baseball cap.
Yeah, I'm a professional when I have to be, you know what I mean, at work. But I live on comfort, you know what I mean? I strive on comfort, and I don't pretend, you know what I mean? Like I don't show up to Omerta events trying to be mobbed out. No, I wear my black t-shirt and an Omerta hat, you know what I mean? I got a big ass beard, you know what I mean? That's frowned upon in the old school mob, you know what I mean? Like now I don't really, you know, I don't really believe that there's a dress code per se, but the old world mob, like it was you know, you were like a dirty guy if you had a beard, you know what I mean? If it wasn't kempt, you know what I mean?
So I'm gonna pose a question to people in the chat, those that's joined on the live YouTube and joined on the live on Instagram, because Instagram is kind of popping right now. What is your biggest pet peeve? I'm asking that to you. I'm gonna ask that to our live chat. Beat it up in the comments. Let us know what's your biggest cigar pet peeve. When you see a newbie come into the lounge or anything like that, what's
honestly, like I learned something at a very, very, very quick in my cigar smoking days, which I didn't do it, but I saw somebody do it, and I'm a germaphobe, right? Like I don't, you know, I wash my hands after I touch a menu at the restaurant. You know what I mean? Like I don't, you know, bunch of germs, bro. People scratch their ass and then touch a menu. I'm not, you know, so, you know, I don't trust people enough to fucking, you know, I'm not putting my hands on my food in my mouth where you just had your hands on your ass and touched the menu. I touched 10 minutes later. You know what I mean? So
right.
Number one is putting the cigar in your mouth before you cut it, especially a community cutter like at the lounge. That's one. And then I learned something. This is more of a classy thing, but you don't snub out a cigar, but let it die with dignity is what I was taught.
Right.
You know what I mean? In my, you know, I'm not, hanging out with mobsters every day, but the guys that I've experienced cigar smokers that I've hung out with and met in my travels with Omerta, they're very big on let it die with dignity. You know what I mean? Like it's a piece of art. You don't just snub it out. You know what I mean? Right. So I've actually brought that on to, when people come over and they smoke a cigar, like I actually have separate humidors for, like, I don't want to call them throwaways, but cigars that I wouldn't be upset that if somebody smoked that's not a big cigar guy. But then I got my, of course I smoke stuff other than Omerta, my Olivas, my Padrones, my Monte Cristos. You know what I mean? Like those are like my cigar guy cigars. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you're gonna come over and you're gonna, number one, smoke a quarter of the thing, you're not getting anything out of a good humidor. You know what I mean? And like I'll tell them, like, yo, like don't, like they'll take the lighter and burn the shit out of it instead of toasting it. You know what I mean? Like it's something that you learn over time.
Yeah.
But just definitely holding my cartridge shut off. But I think definitely letting it die with dignity would be one of my seeing somebody snub one out would be my biggest pet peeve. I can't see the comments either, so let me know.
Oh no, they're quiet. They're just watching. Guys are just, I can appreciate people watching. That's cool.
You know what? They're here. You know how much other shit's on TV right now?
Yeah. Oh yeah, so, hey man, the game is on.
I don't know who's here, but
like I'm like watching the finals. The only time I watch basketball and baseball is during the playoffs. So the Knicks actually did it. Now they're going to the finals. Now we got to see OKC and the Spurs beat up on each other. That series is actually pretty good. So I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. So we got in early enough to catch part of the game after we're all said and done. But no time limit. But I'm not going to hold you up. So the biggest thing for me is the let the cigar die in dignity. I can't stand that. And then two, I can't stand when my biggest pet peeve is when they leave a whole stick in the ashtray, bro. Like I just think, I'm like, where's the appreciation? Where's the love? Where's the passion at? And then, it may be a $12, $15, $20 stick, whatever it is. If it's horrible, smoke it all away, see why it's horrible, and then don't ever buy it again. Right?
Yeah, I agree. I have a 3 cigar rule that I will smoke any cigar 3 times. And if I'm not a fan by the third one, I'll never buy it again. You know what I mean? I give it 3 chances. Whether it be construction, taste, flavor profile, you know what I mean, how potent it is, you know what I mean? Like it's at least 3 times, at least 3 before I make up my mind.
Yeah. See, I'm not that, because that's why I say smoke it all the way. If you smoke it all the way, and you're a cigar smoker, not a person that smokes cigars, then you know that's not for your palate at that particular moment. And then also, if it's unraveling on you, is wound too, is rolled too tight, or there's loose filler, but not enough filler in it, you're not going to try that again. I'm not doing it again. I'll have to be gifted it.
Yeah, I get it. I've had like 1 or 2 that I was hesitant to get because of the construction. But then you got to think, like, it's not just how that roller was that day. It could have been the shipping process. It could have been, you know what I mean? Like cigars, if they're too dry or too moist, there is a science to them. It could burn fast. It could crack. You know what I mean? You could, all it takes is for you to ash one time by smacking your pinky on the bottom of this to crack the bitch. You know what I mean? So,
right.
If you don't, it's as much as, cigars are, I'm not saying women aren't welcome in the cigar world. Women are taking over the cigar world right now. There's a lot of powerful women in the cigar industry, but you know what I mean? It's a man's thing. It's you still got to treat it like a lady, bro. You can't manhandle it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Until she wants to be manhandled.
I wouldn't never hit a woman, but I choked the shit out of her though, and she liked it.
Don't help her. She loves it here. She loves it here. I promise. If she didn't, she'd been and ran off. And I'd be in bracelets somewhere by now.
She got that Stockholm syndrome. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
So what is the lasting impression that you want someone to have when they're experiencing Omuerta?
Honestly, as much as all the mob shit aside, bro, cigars are a ritual, and they do go hand in hand with power, loyalty, and respect. But at the end of the day, we just want you to enjoy a I don't want to say premium, but a luxury product, and just remember it. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna remember that the Consigliere you're smoking right now. I'm telling you, game changer. Have it with your coffee in the morning. I'm telling you, game changer. Nice creamy smoke. Yeah, yeah.
I'm a ground cinnamon and honey guy. I don't do sugar. I cut out a lot of sugars. And when I tell you, like, it's been phenomenal in my morning with my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like right now it's evening time, so Dr. Pepper Zero. That's my go-to pairing with any cigar, because like it'll eliminate the flavors that aren't supposed to be in that cigar, and it'll insinuate the flavors that cigar is supposed to be. So it'll help my palate.
Mm-hmm. The Dr. Pepper Dr. Pepper Zero is fire.
Yeah. For me. So for anybody else, hey guys, tell me what you think. Tell me how you make your pairings. And what's crazy is, like, I'm not big on pairing a cigar with whiskey or a cigar with bourbon. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll be in a social setting and drinking, but other than that, I'm not going in at home with whiskey, and like, because I smoke while I'm working. I have the opportunity of being able to smoke, work and smoke and work. So I run through cigars.
Yeah. What is your 9 to 5, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I have a roofing business and I have a tax business. So we just got out of tax season. So now we're going right into the roofing industry. Hence the name Bosstalks on the Rooftop, is to help, showcase the roofing brand, Fowler Roofing Pros. I like to smoke cigars. We do roofing, and I like to talk to other bosses in the industry, of the cigar industry, or other entrepreneurs that have the same like mind as myself, or the same entrepreneurial spirit as myself. Absolutely. If not better.
Yeah,
it's one of the ways I learn, man.
Ever since a young age, man, I was a hustler, bro. If it wasn't legitimate, in my early days, the illegitimate businesses, you know what I mean? Like, I was working, 2 jobs and a side hustle. You know what I mean? Like, I've had all kinds of jobs. I've had all kinds of side hustles. You know what I mean? It's money's what makes the world go round. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'm not. It's we need money, right? We need money to help buy cigars. We need money to help, fund our other endeavors, help feed our families. But it's more so like, we understand that money is a tool. I'm not in love with money. I use money. I tell money what to do for me. So if my money is telling it to buy me more cigars, then we're gonna tell it to make more money so we can buy more cigars.
That is a hell of a way to look at it. It is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like the way you think,
brother. Yeah. If I was in this for the money, I would not be doing it, right?
Yeah, you sure would be spending $14-15 a day. Yeah,
that is that part. Like, if I was in love with money, this type of hospitality, leisure, environment, industry that we're in, it's not a if the money comes, it's when it comes, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people look at the cigar industry as like, oh, we're gonna jump in and we're gonna make a lot of money and we're gonna be hand over fist. And I'm like, guys, you forget that the legacy brands, You're looking at their chapter 30, their chapter 110. Like, they've been in the game for years. That's why they're called legacy brands. Like, somebody's father started that and it's grown to what it is. It's coming off the ground with you. That's why I love boutique brands, because you're getting in getting it out the mud, right? You're really going in here grinding, and you got a passion for it. And that's why I'm talking to you right now, because you genuinely have a passion for the leaf. And that's why I wanted to know about, how did you go about changing distribution, right? Because this is a relational business as well. You saw that you had a good product, and you were like, okay, now this product is far more superior than what we have going. And like, when you broke that down, man, I thought that was phenomenal. And I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's I said it wasn't easy. It wasn't like my partners they take my advice very, very seriously. They know I'm a cigar guy. I'm not just in it for the Omerta thing. Like, the Omerta angle is a plus for me, but I was a cigar guy before Omerta, and I'll be a cigar guy after Omerta, God forbid. You know what I mean? But I don't even want to, I'm planning on taking it to the top. You know what I mean? And to do so, we needed a subpar product. You know what I mean? Or, I'm sorry, above par, not subpar. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I left the restaurant, but I had food on the mind. I said a sub. Yeah, it's a hoagie to some people. It's a sub to me. But no, I just needed something that raised the bar. You know what I mean? And this new distributor does it. You know what I mean? And his customer service is impeccable. He's a family man. His wife's family are all in the tobacco industry. You know what I mean? This is very deep rooted, this distributor. You know what I mean? And it's I actually don't even call the guy by his first name. I call him Uncle. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's not even. You don't have to be blood to be family. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, he definitely changed the game for America, and we're planning on changing the boutique game. So,
man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, with you for you yourself, Omerta, what does that mean to you?
You can either Omerta. The definition of Omerta is a deep-rooted loyalty. There is the code of silence in the mob. It's called the Omerta. But if you look up any definition of Omerta, it's loyalty. And again, you can go the brand angle or just the loyalty angle. You know what I mean? Like, I'm loyal to my Omerta family that we built. You know what I mean? I have probably 10 brand ambassadors now. Our Sopranos guys, my partners. Like, I've been DM'd by not huge companies, but companies that some people are like, oh wow, like that's a big brand. Why did you turn them down? Just to be a brand ambassador. Like, I was offered a full-time sales job, but the money wasn't there. I make more money doing what I do on my 9 to 5. But you know what I mean? My love and passion for the Sopranos helped build Omerta, because Omerta was a baby. It was only a year old when I joined, not even. And I had 50% of sales. That's what made me a partner. You know what I mean? I had 50% sales just pushing the brand because of my deep love for, like I said, I can go either way, the mob angle or the loyalty angle. But, these guys took a shot on me. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, yeah, you can be a brand ambassador. Now I own X amount of this company. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Not people are going to come in from the ground floor and take over within, 12 months. You know what I mean? Now,
that's beautiful, brother. Because like a lot of times, like you try and tell people like, hey, you have a passion for it, and then you work like you already own it. If you work like you already own it, you'll eventually own it.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I 100% agree, man. My like, I don't want to brag, but no one's gonna hand somebody part of a company, you know what I mean, without seeing that the work they put in. I call it sweat equity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sweat equity.
Yeah.
They know I hustle. They know I build relationships. I built every brand ambassador I hand selected. Aside from the 3 guys from the show, I was the only brand ambassador for a year. And in the end of last year, I started building a team, and it's fucking, we're taking over, my friend. Like there's no, it's growing. It's not, we're fucking taking over. You know what I mean? Every angle, but not just the cigar, the coffee angle too. You know what I mean? But it's, you know,
because we ain't even talk about the coffee, bro.
No. Oh, that's a whole. We ain't
even touched on the coffee yet.
We got 20 flavors to choose from, man. What kind of time you got?
hey, it's you, baby. You over there got your head on the swivel.
Yeah,
stay with me.
It's getting dark soon. I give another 20 minutes. It's getting dark. But
yeah, for sure. So because like I want to touch on the coffee, but I want to keep on this ambassador kick. What is it like for you to go through a process of choosing your ambassadors? Because a lot of people don't understand, like, the ambassador role, how monumental and important that role is very pivotal to have ambassadors for your brand. And I wanted to know, what was that like for you going into your process of choosing? You have 10 ambassadors right now?
About 10. It might be a little more. It might be 11, 12. It might be 9. We'll get through them. But it started off with, like, you know, my day one when I started getting into the social media thing was my buddy Joey Goomba from Tri-State Goombas. His name's Joey's Cafoots, but me and him are like this. You know, we became brothers, man. And he's 100% Italian. I make jokes that I swear his family's, you know, in the life, but they're not. You know what I mean? But
right.
Yeah, you don't get a name like Joey Goomba, you know, for, you know, not being an Italian. But it's like an oxymoron. It's like calling me Tiny. It just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? But,
yeah. I would call you Tiny just to fuck with you.
Yeah. I'd say some words, but I get canceled, bro.
Hey, we'll fuck with each other off camera, bro. Off camera.
It's all love. It's all love. But so I was like, hey man, like, you know, I got in, you know, like I could tell the story of how I got involved. Like I'm a persistent fuck, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm, you know, I'll go back to my story. But so I was like, Joey, bro, like, you know, I'm doing my cigar thing. You want to sell coffee? You know what I mean? I'm not really big on the coffee. And he's like, yeah, you know, and he kind of just, he had some things going on with life, and he wasn't pushing the way I was, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, let me find another one, you know what I mean? And then I came across this one person, and they got like, you know, like 8,000 followers. Like I only got like, I don't even look at my followers. I might have 4,000. I don't even know. But you know, I look, I'm like, okay, 8,000 followers. Like, yeah, let's get you linked up. You know what I mean? And then like, I'm looking like, all right, well, you got me in North Jersey. I got one in Long Island. All right, well, you know what? We need somebody on the West Coast. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, all right, well, you know, I fucks with a lot of people from the West Coast. You know what I mean? And then I got this guy Dom. He's in the mob actor world. He's an actor. You know, he's a producer. You know what I mean? So I got Dom out there. I got a guy in Colorado. You know what I mean? I got a guy in Florida. You know what I mean? I got a girl in Georgia. You know, so I started slowly building a spider web. You know what I mean? Like, I need somebody here. You know what I mean? And then the selection process was just, number one, do they fit the Omerta brand? Like, they don't have, like, listen, I'm not 100% Italian. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't say you're not Italian enough to do this. I want the loyalty aspect back to the Omerta. You know what I mean? I want the brand loyalty. You know what I mean? So I got my man Frankie down in Florida. I got my girl Hannah down in Georgia. These are all cigar people. I got my man Kyle in Colorado. I got Ellie pushing coffee in California. She's the Italian import, bro. The girl speaks perfect Italian. She does, you know what I mean? She lives the Italian, the classy Italian brand. You know what I mean? Hannah has that look that, bro, she can look through you. You know what I mean? She's, you know, I'm a married man. I'm not hitting on any of my brand ambassadors. You know what I mean? I got a couple girls in Long Island. Like, I try and oversaturate New York and New Jersey because that's where the big mob stuff is. You know what I mean? Right. But, you know, I got some pretty girls. I'm not pretty girls, but I have, you know, some beautiful women who represent our brand. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not trying to say sex sells, but sex sells. You know what I mean? I have a girl, you know, Lana, who's got 60,000 followers. She's a professional makeup artist in Manhattan. You know, guys see her cleavage, man, and they're like, follow. They don't even know who she is. You know what I mean? They don't know nothing about her, but they see cleavage and they're like, follow. You know what I mean? Yeah. But she's a very well-respected, makeup artist in her realm, bro. Like listen, number one, for her to travel to Manhattan every day from New Jersey, you know she ain't doing it for pennies. You know what I mean?
Big. Right.
And yeah, so listen, 60,000 followers. You know what? I don't care if 10 of them smoke, cigars or drink coffee. Guess what? She's got a following. She lives that lifestyle. She's Italian. Let's do it. You know what I mean? And she's a great person. Don't you know what I mean? I'm not saying you have to kiss my ass, but at the same time, I have to get along with you, because if I can't, if I tell you something that I need to stay under wraps, you know what I mean? They'll merit to keep your fucking mouth shut. You know what I mean? But if I don't feel like I can trust you, you're not part of this family. You know what I mean?
Right.
So every brand ambassador I've hand selected. You know what I mean? And it's a growing thing. We got Tony Cannolis out in Long Island. He's the cannoli connoisseur. You know what I mean? He's gaining traction. He's been on numerous podcasts. You know what I mean? He was on a woman who's got over 1 million followers on her podcast. He just does cannoli reviews. He's a great guy. He's got a full-time career on top of that, but he's also a brand ambassador for Omerta. The kid's got heart.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, I could sit here and talk about each one of them.
He's got moxie.
Listen, man,
Tony got moxie. You know what I'm saying?
Tony Cannolis is genuine, bro. Like, if I had to use one word, he is genuine. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love
it. And like I have
very few and far between that you come around genuine people, and when you do, you gotta stick with them.
You got to keep him in your circle, yeah. And he doesn't try too hard to appease anybody. He's gonna do his damn thing whether you look it or not. You know what I mean? And he is a down to earth good guy, bro. Like I'm not trying to fuck Tony Cannolis. I'm a married man. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Tony Cannolis, he's a genuine dude, bro. He is. He really is. You know what I mean? Like I said, every one of my brand ambassadors, I could call right now and say, hey, I need you to do this, or hey, I need you to do that, and they would ask no questions. You know what I mean? So I've built my own. If you want to do a Sopranos reference, I've built my own glorified crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Men and women. You know what I mean?
I love that, because that it fits my kingpin culture. It just resonates so much with everything that I stand for and am about. With your coffee, man, let's pivot into the coffee, right? Because I know we got like 10 more minutes of your time, and I'm not gonna hold you up. So let's jump into your coffee. You got 23 flavors. About 20. I'm not even gonna count them, but about 20, yeah. Well, damn it, man. Go ahead and tell me about your coffee, bro. Because right now, man, I'm in this dark roast era, and I use brown butterscotch creamer with honey and brown cinnamon. So, all right. So, are you trying to do the sugar-free aspect? Yeah. Okay. Let me. And this is not going the Italian route, but you know what I mean. Sorry, the people I came to dinner with are leaving now. I'm trying to rely on them, but so roll up my window, bro. Like I love my boss, bro, but he reminds me of Wally Cleaver. I'll show you in a minute. But no, I'm sorry. No, the Ward Cleaver, bro, the dad. No. I hope you don't watch this shit. I love my job. But so where are we at, bro? I'm so sorry. We're talking about the coffee, like sugar-free. Yeah, coffee. So a game changer for me is like I enjoy my espresso at night after a meal. But on the weekends, like, the Italian rule is no cappuccino after 11 because it's heavy in cream. It doesn't set with your stomach. You know what I mean? So right. I bought, I think it's either Coffee Mate or one of those like bougie International Delight it's called Italian Sweet Cream. It's sugar-free. Dude, I put that, I make a cappuccino with that in my espresso. I froth it in the frother. I bought like a cheap espresso machine. But bro, that thing is a game changer, and it's sugar-free. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow. No, I really enjoy it. But
as far as dark roasts, our welcome to the family is a dark roast. We have hyper caffeinated blends, and they're all, every one of them has its own mob theme or mob angle, not just Sopranos. We have a cannoli flavored coffee, which is called Take the Cannoli, an ode to the Godfather. We have Brew Fellas, which is, you know, an ode to the Goodfellas. You know what I mean? My personal favorite that's not the espresso is, honestly, I'm biased because I designed the bag, I picked the flavor, I picked the name, you know what I mean? It's called Creme de la Crime. And it's just it's a vanilla crema coffee. And it's my baby. It was my first manifestation for Omerta on the coffee side. You know what I mean? I have, you know, when we bought the stickers, not bought them, but when our distributor, you know, we can't just order one sticker. You have to buy them by like 250, 500. So I have bag number 1 of Creme de la Crime, and it's empty now, but it's going to be hanging on my wall in my cigar lounge because it's something I did. You know what I mean? Not to take away from my partners or anybody else from Omerta, but that was my firstborn with Omerta. You know what I mean?
Man, that's phenomenal, bro.
Yeah, phenomenal. But there are. I'm gonna turn on my lights so you can see. I know I'm not pretty, but you got to see me a little bit. But so. We have it's called the Nutty Irishman, which is actually an ode to the Irishman movie, and it's a bar in Farmingdale, Long Island, which is like a hazelnut and whiskey liqueur flavored coffee. Like I said, there's so many to choose from. I honestly can't name them all. We have the Brass Knuckle Brew, which is, I think, a custard.
Which one was the hazelnut?
It's called the Nutty Irishman. It's actually a nod to the Irishman, which Bobby Finaro from our Three Sopranos castmates was in the Irishman. He was in the beginning of The Irishman. He was also, you know what I forget about Bobby, because his biggest role was Eugene in The Sopranos. Bro, he was in oh my God, what is the name of it? With dude, he was in scenes with oh my God, dude, I'm drawing a blank. Oh my God, Frank. Oh my God, what's the name of the movie? Denzel Washington played him. Frank, American
Gangster. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby played a dirty cop in American Gangster. You know what I mean? I forget about it, dude. I forget all about it. And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm watching the movie. I'm like, hey, I know him. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. But like I said, it's, you know, like I said, I have ADD and I bounce around a little bit, and I'm sorry, but I would have thought 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and almost 26 years ago now, when Sopranos was on the air, like that, I'd be working with these guys. You know what I mean? Like marketing, I've written scripts for these guys to do like a coffee, not a commercial that's on TV, but, you know, an ad on IG. You know what I mean? Like I wrote the words that they're saying. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just like, it's full circle for me. Like, you know what? This is more than a passion project. You know what I mean? Like I love what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And every one of my guys from The Sopranos, like they're great guys to work with. You know what I mean? Like they all have their own quirks. You know what I mean? You forget, like when you first meet them, you're like almost starstruck. You know what I mean? But now it's like, Bobby's calling me. Hold on a minute. You know what I mean? He calls me a big shot because I'm always on the phone. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But sure, hey, you gotta come out with a Bumpy Johnson. I don't care if it's a coffee or
Bumpy Johnson would be dope. Bumpy Johnson.
You gotta come out with Bumpy Johnson, like the Italian mafia heel was Bumpy Johnson. So like we gotta see how you can work that in there. I'm just throwing it out there. You ain't gotta do nothing with it, but I would love to see it because
I apologize for I got a phone down for 1 second. I'm trying to relight my cigar. I only got one hand, man. I'm out of my element.
No worries. Sure. But
sorry about that.
I threw out the Bumpy Johnson, bro. With you, how do we find you? How do we place orders of Muerte Cigars and Muerte Cafe?
For cigars, it's going to be www.shopomerta. Hey, there's my boss right there, guys. Say what's up. Yeah, guys, this is my boss. I love my job. Remember that. What's up, gentlemen? This is one of my colleagues. Sorry, they're all.
Hey.
Yeah, no, but to buy cigars, it's www.shopomerta.com. My original promo code is Marky Cigars, all caps. It does get you 20% off. I mean, I don't want to cut myself out of 20%, but at the same time, I want to do y'all a favor. And then for coffee, it is www.coffee, cafeomerta.com. You can use Marky Cafe. I believe it still gets you 10% off. Coffee, we can't discount that much because we don't honestly make that much. But you know what I mean. It's give it a try. You know what I mean. It's you won't be disappointed. Number one, especially in either product. We have phenomenal blends on either side of coffee and cigars. But we're working on some new merch. I'm trying to get out coffee tumblers for summer. It's a little hectic right now with my new position at my 9 to 5. I'm still at the same place, but I took a new position, and it is taking up a lot of my time with training and traveling and everything like that. But I'm making the best of it. You know, my partners are, you know, both in full swing. One owns an insurance company, you know, one owns another complete entire cigar and coffee company. So it's, you know what I mean, it's we're constantly on the move. And then, you know, our guys from the show, they're, you know, Bobby's shooting stuff that's on Netflix. Danny's in a play. Jason has his own business, and he's still acting a little bit on the side. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, there are a lot of moving parts. You know what I mean? But the only way to put it is these parts are moving us forward. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, it's hectic right now. Yeah.
Well, brother, I support you. Kingpin Luxury supports you. Boss
I know you do.
Appreciates and supports you guys. This is Muerta Cigars. Check out the coffee. I pinned the comment on Muerta for Muerta Cigars. 20% Marky 20 gets you 20% off.
Marky Cigars, all caps. Yeah.
Marky Cigars, all caps. Yeah. Marky Cigars 20, all caps, gets you 20% off. I'm gonna put it in the comments, put it in the chat, put it in the description. I'm gonna repost this, guys. Rewatch it, see if you catch some few gems. Understanding of loyalty, understanding of love for the leaf, understanding of being a family, and understanding of love for a business that is a passion. So, guys, Marky Cigars, thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Look forward to seeing you, hearing from you later. And, guys, remember, stores don't last, but your home should. Peace. Two things.
Thank you again, man. Everybody be safe. I'm going to try and get out of Trenton alive. Y'all be safe.